So sorry, I thought I was done with the video, and then I walked over and I noticed my neighbor's tree. And this has to do with the female cicadas, because this is from female cicadas. What they do is they take their ovipositor, which is what they lay their eggs through, and they dig little canals in the branches of trees. There are eggs in these chambers. These eggs are white, and they are the shape of a grain of rice. They are not the size of a grain of rice, they're a fraction of that size, but it's a similar shape. This is not going to necessarily hurt or kill this tree. Certainly enough damage and enough chambers in a branch and enough eggs in a branch could definitely cause the limb to die. And if enough limbs are affected, the plant could die because its leaves absorb sunlight, which activates photosynthesis, which, you know, I mean, they need photosynthesis to live. Cicadas, I forgot to mention, are beneficial to the environment, which I will try to find one here. Here, you. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, there you are. They provide food for a wide variety of animals. When they die, their bodies put back essential nutrients into the soil. Those eggs that I just showed you in those chambers will hatch in 6 to 10 weeks. They will drop down into the soil. The babies will bury themselves into the soil, and they drink from the roots of trees. This doesn't necessarily hurt a tree, but if there are enough cicadas feeding from the same plant, whether they are adults, because adults do drink tree sap as well, but if enough adults and or babies are drinking from the same plant, it can literally suck the life out of them. So that is one downfall to them. The nymphs, or baby cicadas, when they tunnel through the ground, they actually aerate the soil similar to what a worm does. Worms are a little more beneficial because they do eat soil and they process it, and they eat decaying matter and process it, and it becomes soil. They don't really necessarily eat the dirt. I do apologize. That was a misspeaking on my part. So worms are more beneficial for the soil than these guys are, but they do definitely aerate the soil, which helps with water flow and all kinds of nutrients being able to get into the soil and stuff like that. Side note, I was so excited about this bird feeder because it looks very similar to my house. And then 2 days later, all the freaking cicadas emerge, and the birds don't give a darn about my bird feeder anymore. But you know, in 6 weeks or so, when these guys are all gone, the birds will again regain interest in my bird feeder. And that was no wild animal, it was my dog running by. But they actually have found a new type of fungus that affects male cicadas, and it makes them act very similar to female cicadas. So only the males make this noise, as I previously stated. This fungus, the males won't sing for females, okay? So they just sit there and they act like a female. They might even be attracted to the call of another male, because this fungus pretty much brain controls them. And so another male will come in to do the deed, realize, oh crap, you're not a girl. Well, it's too late. The fungus spores have now transmitted to the other cicada, and the process will go over and over. While there are like billions of these guys right now, scientists are still researching how many cicadas it's affecting and how it's going to affect the population overall. Because although they are kind of annoying, I rather like them and don't mind them, but a lot of people find them very irritating and annoying. If enough cicadas are infected, it could dramatically affect the population, which I said before, these guys are of food for a wide variety of different animals. And although they're not absolutely essential, they are very important to the food chain and the ecosystem. This one, actually, now that I notice, is a female. I don't want to bother her too much, but you can see right here, she has laid some eggs, which is why she's just been chilling there the whole time. So she, honestly, after they lay their eggs, most females die because it's a process that takes a lot out of them. So males tend to live sometimes a little longer than females, but I have seen so many males like flying across the road, and my car looks like a cicada murder machine. And there are so many dead cicadas all over the road. I just feel so bad for them. But, you know, I have watched them just fly into the side of a house or building and just sit there, spin, scream, and then they die. And they're not blind, but I can imagine their eyesight is not that great, because they do live for 17 years underground in the darkness. I'm trying to see if I can find another one, but I can't, so that's okay. So their eyesight is not that great. I'm really happy because the honeysuckle tree is in bloom again. It smells so good. If I have my window open, like the air, the breeze will come through, and it just smells so good. So yes, I don't have it open right now because it is currently like 88 degrees. So I'm sweating and I'm about to go inside. But thank you guys for watching this video. I'm sorry that I rambled, but this is just a little informational video, especially for people who don't live in the Midwest. I live in Ohio. So the Midwest, like Kentucky, Virginia, Tennessee, Ohio, I don't know, Georgia maybe, I'm not sure. But a lot of states in the Midwest have cicadas. But if you live on the coasts like Florida and New York or California, Texas, stuff like that, you guys might not have these guys. So there's a natural predator right there, bird. And there's another cicada. They are all over the place. So this is a chance for you guys to kind of see what we're dealing with here. So again, thank you so much for watching and listening to my rambling. You guys have a great one.